Hello ladies and gentlemen, my name is Shane, and thank you for joining me again on Corrupt Brothers Gaming. Let me start off by saying that I'm really sorry that it's taken this long to get another video to you. I've had some computer problems lately. I literally lost every bit of recording that I already had. Audio, video, commentary, the entire thing. Which is enough to make you want to beat your head against a wall. So I've literally had to start this game completely over from the very beginning, which was quite annoying. Because I wasn't smart enough or didn't have the forethought to make sure that I wasn't recording over previous save files. So all the stuff that I had already recorded is gone. As I said, I'm having to start from scratch, and I'm trying to pick up right where I left off with the last video that I actually got to post. So, let's get started again. Now, before we go anywhere, there are a few things about the game I would like to point out. With movement, when you get into Mass Effect 2 and 3, you know, you can sprint. The only time you can move faster than what I'm currently moving right now, I mean, you know, I'm trying to get to that tree as fast as possible. It's just not happening because this is as fast as you can go. The only time you can move faster than this is during combat. That's only when, well, I won't say it's only when you got your gun out, but you'll notice it a lot more during combat. If you're running and you hold down the X button, if you're on the PS3, that's what I'm playing on. If you hold down the X button, it'll look like you're running faster. It's an optical illusion, you're really not. But, you know, hey, there is that. As far as your weapons go, let's go into equipment real quick. Or no, not equipment. Sorry, I'm having a brain fart. It's been a little while. As you can see, with me being an infiltrator, the two weapons I'm proficient in are pistols and sniper rifles. With Caden, it doesn't even show a proficiency in weapons, but the only thing he can use is pistols. If you have someone, like, if we'd come in here as a soldier, you literally have all weapons available that you can become proficient in. If you press the weapons wheel here, I mean, as you can see, you know, we can select any of the 4 types of weapons. You know, sniper rifles, pistols, assault rifles, shotguns. If I pull those out, let's go for the shotgun here. As you can see, the reticle on it is just humongous. And no matter how much I try to zoom in to aim, it can't be done. So one thing you definitely want to pay attention to when you're playing this game is whatever class or specialty you pick, you make sure you stick with the weapons that work best with it. Otherwise, you're going to find yourself in a world of hurt eventually. Let's just take a look at the sniper rifle real quick. I promise I'll get through all this as quick as I can, but I just want to be as thorough as possible. As you can see, you know, the sniper rifle, I'm proficient in it, which means I can learn it, but right now I have no points in it. I have no upgrades on this weapon, so the reticle is ginormous. And even if I zoom in, as you can see, it moves a lot, which makes aiming just a severe pain in the neck. Which is another reason I say throughout the first Mass Effect game, the main weapon you're going to see me using is the pistol. And as you see, if I zoom in, I can actually aim, the reticle gets smaller. Now, the better the pistol you have, and the more proficient you become with the pistol, the smaller the reticle will get whenever you're aiming like this, and even when you're not. If you go into squad here on pistols, as you can see right there, you know, it says marksman. Only available when using pistols. Boost accuracy by 60%. Increase rate of fire by 1 round per second. I'm sorry. Reduces heat 30% to compensate. Duration 10 seconds. Recharge time 45 seconds. This comes in very handy We don't really need it right this moment, but I'll get to that here in a minute. But the farther up you go in the pistols, I mean, once you get here to Master Marksman, you are, especially with a higher end pistol and better upgrades, you are nigh on unstoppable. But yeah, the main thing I'm getting at there is make sure that you're using a weapon that you're proficient in. Otherwise, you're not going to be able to aim, and you're just going to have a whole lot of trouble trying to kill stuff. Now, I think that was the main two things I wanted to cover was the running in that. Oh, yeah, let's upgrade first. If you come in here to the start screen, right here on squad, as it says, pistols and sniper rifles are the two things I'm proficient in. I can't unlock sniper rifles and until I get to right here, as far as upgrading the pistols goes. And as I said, I love the sniper rifles, especially in the second and third games. But in the first game, we're going to be sticking strictly with pistols, so you will not see any points going into sniper rifles. Tactical armor will be getting increased. That, as you can tell right there, keeps us from getting hurt near as bad. And once we get up to here, where is it? Right there. We can equip medium armor, which I'm very much looking forward to getting into. Fitness will increase health. Electronics. Now, with Infiltrator, as I said, you're a cross between a soldier and a engineer. You're forever running across stuff in this game where you need either electronics or decryption upgraded, so you're going to see me throwing a lot of points into that. Warp, as I said, typically if you're starting this game from scratch, you don't get warp or throw, but since I've beaten it before, it gave me the option of them, and I took warp because it's just, as far as biotic powers go, it's as close to an electronic power as you can get. But I'm not going to be throwing any points into it because I want this to be as close to a normal walkthrough from the start of the game as possible. Infiltrator, you know, as it says, it more or less increases the damage done by our tech powers in electronics and decryption, and helps with the weapons, keeping them from overheating as much. Charm and Intimidate, I believe I said this in the first episode, cover, if you do Charm, it opens up new dialogue and allows you to buy stuff for a cheaper price. Intimidate, new dialogue options, but it allows you to sell stuff for a cheaper price. Not to mention Intimidate just goes with the whole, more or less, asshole to everybody but my crew persona that I'm trying to keep throughout this game. So, you definitely want to get that one up as quick as possible just for the new dialogue options. So, for right now, I'm going to put 2 into it, and throw this 1 into pistols. For Caden being a sentinel, he's a cross between an engineer and an adept. He can use biotics or electronics. Being as I'm an infiltrator and I have the electronics, I'm not going to be focusing a whole lot on his decryption or electronics, but I'm going to be mainly focusing on his biotics. So I want to get lift unlocked as soon as possible, and I have to put like 6 or 7 points into it to get it. So, mainly for now, I'm going to put 1 in throw, and I'm going to put 1 in barrier just because that comes in very handy. And at the bottom of all your teammates' little screens here, you'll see, like on Caden, it says Sentinel, which is what he is. Gives him a lot of perks for what he is. So what we're going to do is be throwing, I'm going to max that out as soon as possible. But for now, I wanted to get those 2 opened up. And then for Jenkins, we're just going to, since he's pretty much, yeah, well, I was talking about soldiers earlier. As you can see, pistols, shotguns, assault rifles, sniper rifles, combat armor, assault training, and soldier. He is more or less a walking tank, albeit a weak and inexperienced one. So, and as Caden and I are both using pistols, we're going to put both his points in assault rifles. Journal. Head to the dig site, which is what we're about to do. And Codex, as I said, unless you guys tell me you want me to read these, I I'm not even going to bother, so mark. And let's go. Before I get too far.
What the hell are those?
Gas bags. Don't worry, they're harmless.
You two are going to end up on KP for quite a long time if you keep interrupting me like that. Sorry, one more thing I want to talk about before I get going too far. I'm going to run back here and look over the edge. For when this game came out, and for it being the first in the trilogy, these graphics are gorgeous. I love it. I'm a big fan of this entire series. The graphics and everything, the storyline. I'm a sucker for a storyline. I love good storylines, be it movies, books, video games. I don't care. If it's a good story, I'm hooked from day one. And these just sucked me in, and I love these games. And since you two wanted to interrupt me about these...
Engaging target!
That never gets old. Okay, off here to the left, or to the right, it took me a while to realize this was even here, is a container. High caliber barrels, those come in. Yeah, I'm not really a big fan of this. I'm not going to, I'm not going to end up doing a whole lot of upgrading on screen. I'll be doing most of that off screen, so I don't have to bore you all with it. Once I get some decent stuff, I'll do some upgrading just so you can get a general feel for it, but for the...
Oh god, what happened here?
I'm guessing either a battle or a barbecue. Could just be me, though. But yeah, as I was saying, I don't want to bore you all with that, but I will be showing you all the basics. So. Oh, and before I forget, another thing that bugs me. If you go in here to equipment, and we go over to the armor, if you look right there under my armor listing, it says toggle helmet. I cannot stand the helmets being on in this game. Personally, it just takes away from the facial features and being able to see what they're saying, and to me, I just like being able to see the characters. I mean, people put a lot of hard work into this game, and I don't want to miss out on anything. But also because I think the helmets look ridiculous. So, we're taking those off. And let's continue. And I promise I won't be talking this much throughout everything. I'm just trying to cover all the basics ahead of time. Chickens! Should have kept your head down, boy. Okay, this is the power wheel. Every power you unlock for all you and your crew members will be here. In later games you can hotkey, and you can sort of hotkey these in this game. I'm just not a big fan of it, so throughout all the games you will end up seeing me move into this every time. For two reasons. A, it slows down the gameplay and allows me to show you all what's going on, because otherwise you literally don't know what's happening. Or it's harder to spot, I should say. And also because it's just more fun to show you guys what I'm going to be doing. So, Caden hit that guy with a sabotage. I'm going to overload this one. And then I'm going to try and blow that one away. Oh. Caden, you took a beating, you wimp. Alright, Jenkins.
Ripped right through his shields. Never had a chance.
Like I said, I'm going to be playing a major asshole throughout this entire thing, but he's a member of the crew. We can't go that much of a jerk about it. Although, True. We can't help him right now. We'll come back for him.
Sometimes Marines die. The rest of us just have to carry on. We still have to find that beacon.
Aye, aye, sir.
And just so you know, anything flying, throw will not work on. If it's ground based, most times it will, but anything flying like that, throw or lift is pretty much useless on. So Caden nailed that one. Ooh, 2 for the price of 1. Good shot, Caden. Uh-oh. Let's see. Do that.
I've got some burned out buildings here, Shepard. A lot of bodies. I'm gonna check it out. I'll try to catch up with you at the dig site.
Thanks for the update, Nihilus. And as you saw, we leveled up. So let's go in here and I'm gonna throw one more in Intimidate because I want that. As I said, I like to keep that maxed out just because of the dialogue options. And we'll throw the last 2 in pistols. And we have Marksman for the first time. Increased pistol damage and accuracy, reduced chance of overheating. Right on. And over to Caden. I do want to get to lift as fast as possible, but I think I'm going to throw these 2 in Sentinel, because as I said, I like to max this out as quickly as possible as well on the teammates. So, throw both those in there. And again, journal. Continue to the dig site. Well, we weren't exactly going back to the ship, so. Get rid of that. And moving on. And over here to the left, by the McPerson here, we have another upgrade kit. Armor plating. That will come in handy later. Yeah, there's that sprint I was talking about. As soon as you have enemies show up. And yes, my aim is not all that great. Ooh, Mark, forgot about that. Let's use that. See the reticle changes to red? It's got like a little countdown timer on it. See the bar slowly depleting. And I don't know if you could tell, but that's what happens when a weapon overheats. And then you're stuck not being able to fire until it cools it down. The marksman keeps that from happening nearly as easy. Medical kit, one more Omnigel. Metagel, however you want to say that. And before we go down here, nah, we got this. Don't worry, we're coming. Ah, perfect. Those guys, we can throw. Caden, throw them. I'm going to blow them up. Good job, Caden.
Thanks for your help, Commander. I didn't think I was gonna make it.
Oh, you were fine.
Gunnery Chief Ashley Williams of the 212. You the one in charge here, sir?
Are you okay?
Are you wounded, Williams?
A few scrapes and burns, nothing serious. The others weren't so lucky.
Sorry.
Oh man. We were patrolling the perimeter when the attack hit. We tried to get off a distress call, but they cut off our communications. I've been fighting for my life ever since.
Well, what happened to your unit?
Where's the rest of your squad?
We tried to double back to the beacon, but we walked into an ambush. I don't think any of the others... I think I'm the only one left.
I mean, you are outnumbered. I mean, this entire planet's under attack, so you really can't blame yourself for that.
This isn't your fault, Williams. You couldn't have done anything to save them.
Yes, sir. We held our position as long as we could, until the geth overwhelmed us.
The geth haven't been seen outside the Veil in nearly 200 years. Why are they here now?
They must have come for the beacon. The dig site is close, just over that rise. It might still be there.
Well, we left Jenkins over the hill there. We lost him in the first combat, so, yeah. Come with us. We could use the help.
We could use your help, Williams.
Aye, aye, sir. It's time for payback.
Right on. But first I have some questions for you. What happened before the attack?
Describe what happened leading up to the attack.
We were sent out a couple of nights ago from the main colony to secure the area. Seemed like a routine patrol, until the geth hit us. We never knew they were coming.
Yeah, what about the scientists?
What happened to the researchers at the dig site?
I don't know. They set up camp near the beacon. The 232 was with them. Maybe their unit fared better than mine.
Well, if the charred bodies all along the way are any indication, I hate to say it, and don't mean to be the bearer of bad news, but I got a feeling the chances are slim there. What can you tell me about the beacon?
Tell me everything you know about the beacon.
They were doing some digging out here to extend the monorail and expand the colony. A few weeks ago, they unearthed some Prothean ruins, and the beacon. Suddenly, every scientific expert in the colony was interested. That's when they brought us in to secure the site. I don't know much about the beacon itself, but I heard one of the researchers say this could be the biggest scientific discovery of the century.
And we already asked about the scientists. What do you know about the geth that are attacking you?
What else do you know about the geth?
Just what I remember from history class back in school. They're synthetics, non-organic life forms with limited AI programming, created by the Quarians a few centuries ago. They were supposed to be a source of cheap labor, but ended up turning on the Quarians and drove them into exile. Well, after that, they just kind of disappeared behind the Perseus Veil. Nobody's really heard much from them since.
Fair enough. Well, I guess technically no one's heard anything or heard much from them since till now. Have you seen a Turian named Nihilus running around anywhere?
Have you seen a Turian Spectre around here?
There aren't any Turians on Eden Prime, none that I've ever met. Not sure I'd be able to tell if one was a Spectre anyway.
If you saw this guy, you'd know. Carries enough firepower to wipe out a whole platoon. Luckily, he's on our side.
Sorry, like I said, no Turians.
I don't know about enough firepower to take out an entire platoon, but he definitely had one mean-looking shotgun. And I believe that's it. Alright. Let's do it.
Move out.
And as always... Yeah, that more or less just tells you everything I said earlier. Come in here, look at your weapons, change them, upgrade them, blah, blah, blah. Ashley. Get rid of the helmet. And I know, in a combat scenario, the helmets would offer much more protection and make more sense. But, as I said, I'm not a big fan of the way they look. And I'm also not, yeah, to me it just takes away from the talking in the cutscenes. So get rid of that. Upgrade Ashley. She is set up exactly like Jenkins was. And my feelings on her are exactly like they were with Jenkins. We're going to put 1 into overkill for assault rifles, and tell you what, for now we'll put 2 in here, and we'll put, yeah, why not? We'll put 1 more in assault rifles. And get rid of the bloody codex again. Now, one thing you definitely want to do before you go into a firefight is always press here and make sure everyone's using the weapons they're assigned to, because quite often, for some odd reason, everyone likes to switch to weapons that they are not cut out for. Well, I won't say everyone, but Ashley, especially, being as she is versed in so many different weapons, will try and switch in between them, and I pretty much just want her on assault rifles. So yeah, going into there and checking before a firefight is always a good idea.
The beacon's at the far end of this trench.
Yeah, Ashley, you already told us that. Thank you, though. Alright, so pick up that stuff. Pick up that. And it's always a good idea to look around. I mean, as with any game, you know, looking around all over the place, you tend to run across stuff that's hidden. But, why is it showing me? What in the heck? Okay, I've honestly never heard that sound right there, so. Okay, crouch. Gotcha. Ooh, hello. Oh, okay. That's because I'm following directions. Gotcha. Blow him up. Overkill. Booyah. Oh, this would be fun. Grenade! Too far. Try it again. There we go. Caden, knock him on his butt for me. Thank you. Marksman. Pardon me. Forgot to bring anything to drink with me. And I've got a dry, scratchy throat. Sorry. What?
That man was still alive when they stuck him on the spike.
Killing us isn't enough. The geth want us to suffer.
Okay, seriously, we're like, what, a good 2-3 minutes past that, and you're just now mentioning that, Gaten? Slow on the uptake.
This is the dig site. The beacon was right here. It must have been moved.
By who? Our side or the geth?
Hard to say. Maybe we'll know more after we check out the research camp.
Well, there's nothing here, so let's quit wasting time and get moving.
Let's get moving. Williams, where's the camp?
It's just on the top of this ridge, up the ramps.
Change of plans, Shepard. There's a small spaceport up ahead. I want to check it out. I'll wait for you there.
Okie dokie. Yet again, check, make sure they're on the right weapons. Here at the beginning, the crates and stuff are pretty much always in plain view. And throughout most of the game, they still are, but as I said, looking around doesn't hurt. But, you don't really got a whole lot to worry about at the beginning of the game.
Looks like they hit the camp hard.
It's a good place for an ambush. Keep your guard up.
I didn't plan on letting it down, Caden. And as to what you said, Ashley, yeah, they pummeled the hell out of this place.
Oh God, they're still alive.
What did the geth do to them?
I don't know, but I wouldn't exactly call that alive. Caden, throw him back. Ashley, overkill. Me, marksman. Okay. Him with overkill. Or overload. Sabotage that one. Sabotage this one again. Somebody shoot him. Come on, Ashley. Shoot him. Shoot him. The weapon overheated. Shoot him. The only problem is if you fly through all your powers too quick, which I should have known better, but just for teaching purposes here, don't run your powers out. They take a while to build back up. And we leveled up again. Yeah. Ooh, no. Yeah, well, no. Yeah. Yeah, no. No. Yeah. Maybe. I don't know what to put it in. Tactical armor would come in handy. So would infiltrator, though. I'll tell you what. This time, we're going to put one in tactical armor. And I know I said I wanted to boost that up as quick as possible, and I will. But this time around, just because it comes in handy... Okay, with decryption, it tends to unlock all the lockers and containers you run across. Not always, but most times it's decryption that you end up using. Other stuff, like certain containers, and you will run across certain electronic items as you're exploring stuff, it takes electronics to open. Electronics... It does come in handy, but not near as handy as decryption first thing in the game, if I remember right. So, I think I'm going to... I'll eventually end up putting some in the infiltrator, but... For now, I'm going to put 2 in decryption. And with Caden... We got enough in Sentinel for right now, so we'll put 2 in Throw, because I want to get Lift unlocked. Ashley. Now, with Ashley, she's a bit different than everybody else, because whereas I try to focus on specific things with the other characters, with her, if you can keep, typically, assault rifles, combat armor, assault training, fitness, and soldier all moving steadily together, or as close as possible, she ends up being just a complete beast. And the only reason I say that is because the very first time I played through this game, I played as a soldier. And that's the approach I took. And very hard to kill. I was very, very hard to kill in going that route. So with her, we're going to put 1 in combat armor and 1 in assault training. Investigate the research camp. And, ladies and gentlemen, that is going to be the end of this one. I was trying to do these as seamlessly as possible, just blend them all together until I actually stopped recording. But as I'm using my older equipment, until I get some stuff repaired, I can't do long recording sessions at this time. But, so So for now, I'm going to quit here and save this and try and keep everything from blinking out on me yet again. So we're going to save. And next time we pick up, we'll be from right here. And before I forget, as I'm having computer troubles and trouble recording, for now I'm only going to be doing Mass Effect, and my game plan is to eventually get to where I'm doing Mass Effect and uploading it on Tuesdays and doing a secondary game uploaded on Thursdays. But quite honestly, I lost a lot of recorded footage on Dragon Age, and I'm really not looking forward to starting that game all over again right at the moment. So for that reason, I'm definitely only going to be doing Mass Effect for right now. I'll eventually get back into Dragon Age. I'm just not sure when. Caden, you're interrupting again.
We should move, Commander.
When I'm done, we'll move. But I may start a different game in the meantime, a shorter game. Not necessarily a shorter game, but just one that's not quite as in-depth and involved as Dragon Age. In the meantime, if this works out as well as I'm hoping, which will in turn be uploaded on Thursdays. I will eventually go back to Dragon Age. It's just I'm very frustrated with the fact that I lost all that footage, so I'm not sure when I'll be going back to it. Almost forgot about that. Okay, so save one more time since I picked that up, and I thank you all for bearing with me, and I do apologize for the delay in this video coming to you, and for the extreme delay that there will be in any more Dragon Age footage. But until next time, I will talk to you guys later. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen.